Hey guys, it's me, Zach, and I am back for another video. I'm in a different spot today. Do you like it? This is like my bookshelf area, where all my books are. I just reorganized it. It's nice and booky and everything like that. There's also some pops up here. This really represents my nerdiness. Are you ready for this? Okay, so I'm not quite sure how well you can see this, but down here I have the complete Lego Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Why are you focusing so much, camera? All the Legos, but they're all labeled. Every single main character is labeled, like that right there. Yeah, see those? They're all labeled. Biffer, Bofer, Bomber. They're all labeled. I think they're kind of mixed up a bit. I know that is definitely not Thor, and that is Biffer. I don't know what happened. Something like he should be over here because that's Biffer. I think that's Bofer. I don't know where Bomber is, but yeah, that kind of just embodies my complete and total dorkiness. I labeled my Lego Hobbit minifigures, and I got the complete set. Anyways, you're probably wondering why I'm in this new area. Well, the reason is, I just thought I'd mix it up a little bit. I'm just in a different area of my room. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, really. I just wanted to mix it up, okay? Anyways, in this video, I'm gonna be doing a tutorial on how to edit on iMovie. Now, I know I normally do not do tutorials, and this is my first time doing it. So just brace yourself if it's like newbie and terrible. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a tutorial on how to edit on iMovie today, right now. Now this video is gonna be a little bit long, at least 30 minutes or maybe less. I'm not sure yet because I haven't edited the video yet. But this is gonna be quite long because this is gonna be a complete guide and plus some rambling by yours truly, Zach Riley, because I can't sit there for 30 minutes and just talk very strictly about iMovie only. I have to talk about some different things, just mix it up a little bit. That's what life is about. That should be your life motto. Mix it up a little bit every once in a while. Shoot in a different place in your room. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the video, and let's proceed and watch it right now. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna want to do for this guide is basically just download the app iMovie, and once you do, open it, and you should come up to a screen something like this. Of course, if you've already used it, there'll be movies here, but if you haven't, you'll just see this plus button, and you go ahead and press that, and then hit movie. I'm not going to be covering trailers in this tutorial because they're just kind of stale and, I don't know, unoriginal and stock images. You can't really customize it that much, so I'm not going to be covering trailers in this video. Now, once you get to this screen, just go ahead and hit Create Movie on the bottom, this blue button here. It'll take you to this screen, and this is where you're going to be doing all your editing. So, you can see here, the screen is divided into 3 sections. On the top left is the area where you'll see your footage, where you'll see it being played, and you can watch your movie from there. And then on the top right is the media/audio section, and this is where you get all your video and audio. And then down here, this is the timeline, and this is where you can edit. So I am gonna start by showing you the media/audio section because that's what you probably need to do to start editing, and might as well start with this section. Alright, so when you open it up, it should just start out already on media, which is good because you're going to want to get out a video before you do anything else. So, of course, I would recommend hitting video, but you can go to albums, and this will bring you to any albums, photo albums, or video albums you made. You can go to photos, that'll give you photos specifically, or moments, that'll give you both video and photos. Or iCloud Drive, which in this guide, I've never used iCloud Drive, so I don't know what it is. I think it's just anything you save to the cloud will show up there, I guess, but I'm not really sure. But I'm not going to be covering photos in this guide either, so I just recommend going straight to video, and your folders, all your video folders will be here as well, and you can go ahead and select the All button, or any other folder you want. But then from here, you'll see all your clips. I'm just gonna select this one. This is something I already edited, but I still have the clips of around, so I'm just gonna be editing on this. And then yeah. So as you just saw, to put a video down into your timeline, you just tap on the video you want to put down, and you hit the little plus button. You could also hit play and watch the video, or you could hit these 3 buttons, and this gives you like these special options. So basically what this 3 little button thing here does is it basically brings up this screen of special things you can do to the video. You can either take the audio from the video selected, so I have to kind of use a different video if I want to show you this, but you can either take the audio from the clip you selected. So this is like for a secondary clip. You can take the audio, so it'll play both. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like. So it'll play both at the same time. Yeah, so that's the first one, and yeah, so you can basically take the audio from one clip and put it onto the onto another clip. Okay, there's also this little, kind of looks like a rectangular prism without the without some lines. But basically this just takes the video from the second clip and puts it on top of the audio from the first clip. So here is the function. So it would look like that. See, the second clip I selected is being all silent. The first clip is going. You could actually do both at the same time, but that would be basically the same, like the equivalent to hitting the audio button. There's also this picture inside of a picture selection, or really video inside of a video, and this allows you to basically have 2 clips going simultaneously in the same shot, so you can see the video from both at the same time. And yeah, you could use this for like a face cam or something like that, or just like a close-up view if you want to have like a close-up view like in the corner, and then like the main video playing. And you could make that bigger or smaller. You make it take up the whole screen, or whatever you want, move it around like that. And that's, you just do that by hitting the little arrow button. So yeah. Then finally, there is this little side-by-side view. This does basically the same thing as the face cam, except this time it's completely equal. So it'll show both at the same time, equal amount of space. You can actually change that up by hitting the overlay button, and here you can make it picture inside of a picture, or you can do the or the second clip, or the video from the second clip is on top of the audio from the first clip. And then you could also change around the side-by-side, so it could be first clip and then second clip, or second clip and then first clip, or up and down and then other way around as well. So you can change that up however you like. And yeah, so there's 3 dot sections, and let's move on to the next section. Also, next to the media section is the audio section, and this is where you will find theme music, sound effects, imported playlists, albums, artists, and songs, and iCloud Drive, which I already told you about. Theme music. This is where you can find all your generic stock iMovie music, like Bright or Modern or anything like that. It's just generic stuff. You can look through it if you want. Use it for background music. A lot of YouTubers do. And yeah, but I would recommend using a royalty-free music off of YouTube, because then you have more options. But whatever you like. It's probably more convenient to just take it straight from theme music rather than get it off of YouTube or just some other website. There's also sound effects. These are just sound effects you can add in here and there on, like, I don't know, videos, sketches, anything like that. Some fun ones: tape rewind, suspense rising, things like that, sci-fi sweep. They're just, you're all familiar with these sound effects, or hopefully you are. There's also imported, and importing is a video for another day, but if you do have any imported videos, then you'll find them here. I just have some videos from other videos that I put up on YouTube, or this one is from a family video that I made that I didn't put on YouTube. There's also playlists, albums, artists, and songs. These are basically all the same thing. They're just different ways of categorizing all your iTunes songs. Now, iTunes songs are fun, but you'll also get a copyright claim for them. So, yeah, be warned, you won't be able to monetize that video or at least receive any money from it. And yeah, and then iCloud Drive, I already talked about that. Okay, so before we get into the actual editing part, these are just a few tips to change up your video a little bit. I guess this is sort of like editing as well, but these are things that you'll find outside of this main 5 thing selection. So first of all, if you tap on the clip, you'll probably notice right away these 5 selections, but if you look up here to the top left, where all your where your video will be shown, you can actually hit this magnifying glass button, and you can pinch to zoom, and it'll play the video zoomed in, like so. So that could be very useful at times. And then, yeah, if you want to make it back unzoomed again, then just hit the magnifying glass again. And one thing to know about this will make your video a lot blurrier, so keep that in mind when you're trying to do this. Don't overdo it, because it'll kind of just be blurry the whole time. Just do a digital zoom while you're shooting instead. Or if you have the iPhone 7, then you could do an optical zoom. Or if you have a DSLR, you do an optical zoom. Okay, let's not get into cameras. I ramble a lot. Okay, so if you look up in the top left corner of the timeline, you'll see this little microphone button, and what this is basically where you do your voiceover. So you can see this is your audio bar right here, and this will get louder if you talk louder, or like that. So yeah, that's how that works. And if you want to do a voiceover, just hit record. It'll give you a countdown from 3. And now I'm recording, so you can do this however long you want, and then stop. You see 4 options here. You have cancel, that'll just get rid of it entirely. You can retake, which will just reset the countdown, and you can retry again if you messed up. Review, which just plays the clip back, or accept, which puts it down to the timeline. So if you hit accept, it'll go down, and you can hear me, but I'm really, really quiet. I can now I'm recording. Raise my voice like that. Okay, so yeah. There's also the camera button, and this is pretty self-explanatory. When you press it, it'll just bring up the camera. I do have my iPad smart cover on right now, so you can't really see anything, but it doesn't really matter that I show you any clips. It just matters that I show you how you record. So, this is pretty just basic camera etiquette. I don't know, etiquette. Why am I saying etiquette? But, yeah, you can zoom in, zoom out with this little slider here. You can see I'm zooming in, actually, on my smart cover. That's crazy. There's like little somethings going off. It's like my smart cover is living. Yeah, so you can zoom in, zoom out, flip the camera around, like that. And you could also change the frame rate from here as well. It's really the only place that you can actually change the frame rate. You can't really change it inside of the camera app. And there's also, you can choose between photo and video. I recommend just doing video because that's a lot easier. And then there's also cancel. That just takes you out of the section. So if you want to record, just hit the record button. This is pretty basic. You guys probably already know how to do this. For some reason, my iPad is telling me this operation cannot be completed whenever I do this. I've tried this plenty of times, but yours probably won't say this. I don't know if there's some sort of like update for iMovie that I haven't done yet, but just hit the play button. You can watch it back, and then hit use video. It'll go straight down to a timeline, and yeah. So that's how that will work. There, it went down to my timeline. I don't know why it said couldn't complete operation. So yeah, that's how you do the camera. But I wouldn't recommend doing that too often or at all. Maybe because it's better to kind of just get all your clips done and then start editing rather than edit as you go, because that kind of just takes the fun out of things. You can't like record. You can't just do a whole recording thing and then do a whole editing thing. You have to do record, edit, and it's like you can't just get it all done in one thing. You have to go back and forth. Okay, so moving on, there's also on the top, or on the bottom right-hand corner, the first button here is the back button, and this just takes back anything you did to your clip. So, say for example, and I'll get into how to do this later, but say for example, I split the clip, and I want to undo that. All I'd have to do is hit the back button, and it should merge it back together, because there's no like merge clip button on the thing. So yeah. Then the final button, this is kind of just, it doesn't really do much. This is just either gives you the audio from the clip that you're editing, or doesn't give you the audio. I believe this is only available on iPad, but I'm not sure. Okay, one more thing before we start actually editing. This is something that can be very useful at times. You can make your timeline, like, you can stretch it out like that. What you do for this is you basically do two fingers on the clip, and you just drag outwards. So yeah, you just do it. Just basically do a 2-finger pinch and outwards, and it should get that clip out. It'll expand it. So if you want to have a more precise edit, like for example, this point, maybe I want to get rid of this because there's like a time where I'm like quiet or something like that, and then I can do that like that and get rid of that. But if I had it all shrunken down like this, it would be very, very hard, almost impossible to actually do that same edit that I just did. You really have to get in really close if you want to edit. Also, if you want to shrink it down, this is also very useful for if you're trying to put a clip in a specific place. Then you don't have to have it this long and drag it from the end and drag it all the way in. Instead, you can just do it really short and drag it right over. Okay, one more thing. Sorry, I know you really want to start editing, but you gotta cover all your bases before you start editing. This is the play button in the middle of the timeline. You hit that and it starts playing, and then this is another pretty simple thing. This is just a back button, and this takes you to the front of the clip. And yeah, so that is all those controls. Now let's get into the actual editing part. Okay, so when you start editing, the first thing you're going to want to do is hit the clip you want to start editing, and then you'll have these 5 buttons up here, and I'm going to go through each one by one and show you what each one does. So the first one, actions. There are 3 options here. You can either split, and this splits the clip wherever your little bar is. So again, if I want to split the clip right here, I already showed you before, if I want to split the clip right here, for example, because maybe I'm silent, I can split that and then keep on playing, or just scroll through, get to the point that I want to split again, and delete that. So that's what we call a jump cut in the world of YouTube's. It's not really a jump cut when you're doing a review, but yeah, that's basically what it's called. Alright, there's also detach audio. This just detaches the audio from the actual clip, so it's a separate thing, so you can get rid of video from the clip while still retaining the audio. And this can be useful if you want to have, like, it's kind of hard to explain, but like, imagine you're talking to a camera, right? And you're doing maybe like a DIY beauty guru video. You'd be like, "Hey guys, it's me, DIY beauty guru girl. Today I'm going to be showing you the makeup thing." But like, while you're doing that, you have like you smiling with your makeup, and then the camera goes back and forth, and there's like some color filter on it that makes it look all girly and special or whatever. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Beauty guru girls are so stupid. Why do you have to start every video by like having like by like smiling and holding whatever you're doing for your DIY beauty guru video, and then like having a shaky camera and a color filter on? Why can't you just start the video by saying, "Hey guys, it's me. I'm gonna do this video now," okay? Or just do the video right away. You don't have to have that like 30-second long intro. Seriously, I could do a whole rant about that. Sorry, I told you I ramble a lot, didn't I? Okay, yeah, so you can do that or something like that, or even with a review, you can be talking and then cut to a clip of the thing you're reviewing, like a close-up, and then cut back to you, but you retain the same audio of you talking the whole time. So that's how that would work. With that, you have to make sure you measure out the proper amount of a clip to put in, because you can't, it wouldn't really work if you do more or less, because then your voice will be totally off from your actual the actual clip, so that would look really weird if you don't measure it out. Make sure to measure it out. Just a tip for you. Also duplicate. This just completely duplicates the clip, and so yeah, if you want to duplicate like one little section, you can just hit the duplicate button. Oops, I duplicated the entire video. You can hit the duplicate button like on this little clip. Maybe you think this part's funny or something. You can hit duplicate, 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 duplicate on for infinity, however long you want. You can make the total video like 5 hours long. You could actually duplicate big giant chunks and make the video like 5 bajillion hours long. But yeah, you probably don't really want to do that. You see the video is now 2 hours long. So yeah. Anyways, there's also speed, and this is pretty easy to grasp and understand. There's this bar here, and this will speed up or slow down your clip. So it starts you at 1 times, of course, and you can go up from there, and it'll go really fast.
It's more like a over-shirt, because it's like so elaborate, like, I don't know, it's just really well detailed.
Yeah, you can make it go faster, or you can make it go slower, all the way down to 1/8. That could be funny, but you got to make sure that your frame rate is pretty high, because otherwise it will look really bad if you slow it down too much. So yeah, get like if you really want to do slow motion videos, you're either gonna have to record at a really high frame rate, which the only way you can really do that is to go into the slow-mo section. You're already in slow-mo anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But either that or just slow it down very minimally, because otherwise it would look really bad and choppy. Because the more you slow it down, just the worse it looks. Because really, all it's doing when it's slowing down is it's slowing down the amount of frames being played per second. So if you film so that it takes like 24 pictures every second, and you slow it down so that it shows 12 pictures every second, then it'll look all choppy, because you intended it to only be at 24, but you brought it down to 12. So it's gonna be like a really delayed thing. So yeah, that's how that works. There's also a few buttons here. There's these are kind of not really that useful. You can freeze the video, so at certain points, like if I play this video.
Oh yeah, I'm a genius. So genius.
Then it'll freeze this certain clip right here, and then it'll go through that, and it'll unfreeze
there, yeah.
like that. And yeah, there's also a reset button. This just makes your audio go back to normal. So if you're at 2 times and you want to just get it back to normal without having to drag the thing, you can just hit reset. And to this day, I still have no idea what add does at all. Like, I hit the add button, and really I don't notice anything at all besides the duration of the speed changes. So I don't know what that does or how you control it, but it's just there. Figure out how to do it on your own, okay? Okay, just do it. Do it yourself, okay? I don't know everything. Jeez, mean to me. Just kidding. You're not, because I don't even know you. Anyways, you can go up and down in the volume section. Kind of just jumped right into that, but yeah, in the volume section, you can go up and down on the volume. You can completely mute it, or you can go all the way up to 500%.
These
So yeah, that's like really loud, and then this is nothing. And you could do like halfway,
once again, these are
and then like up to
really
that.
like nice,
Then even louder,
nicely textured and
and
everything.
then even louder, the loudest, 500%.
And they just kind of
But yeah, when you see that, when you see it going up to that yellowness, it's probably not a good thing. Your audio is too loud. So yeah, that's volume, and there's also titles. These are just basically little sections where you can put notes and stuff. There's none, which is nothing. It's just the basic, what it already puts it on. Standard, this is where you can just write a message, like, really simple and plain, like, I meant potato, not tomato, or something. I don't know, something like that. You can put like a little asterisk. Where are you? There you are. Nobody uses asterisks. It's hard to find an asterisk. I meant potato, not tomato. If you accidentally say, I don't know, some people might accidentally say tomato rather than potato. I don't know about everyone else on earth. There's also standard. This just puts it front and center. There's prism, and gravity, and all these other things. These are basically just different animations and stuff like that. And they're just all different ways of showing the same thing. My iPad is being really slow and delayed. But yeah, and there's also places where you can put it. You can put, like, for example, on pop-up, you can put it center or lower. Put it at the bottom, and you can do this for most. You can change it to center or lower, or some of them. You have 3 options like this: open, middle, closing. And you can also put on sound effects, or turn off sound effects, whatever you want. And yeah, so that's that. Just for the beginning of videos, like showing what it is about, or for a trailer, that's very useful. Or just clarifying something that you don't want people going in the comments and saying, "You were wrong. You meant potato, not tomato. So confused. LOL." Yeah, you don't want that. Nobody wants that. Okay, so moving on. Get out of this section because my iPad's being really slow and glitchy. Alright, please? Okay, filters. This is basically where you'll find all your filters. You can change around your clip. You can change it black and white, blast, blockbuster, blue, camo, dreamy, duotone, duo, tone, silent error, vintage, western. All these different options. Mix and match. Can't really mix or match. But just choose the one right for you. I recommend just sticking with none. Okay, so up here on the
you don't want you don't want
right-hand
make
corner
your
of the
videos seem like they're
section where you
unrealistic.
see
But
your
if you're
video,
making a
there's this question mark button, and this
like
just shows
a short film, this would be nice. I love this one for like
press
short
the
films.
question mark button, but
or
like, don't think about that.
Blockbuster possibly, or
it's more important that you know exactly from an actual person, not some iMovie
some of the they have different
guy,
uses,
so like a 50-year-old who sits and just makes
use them as you
question
wish.
mark tutorial thingies. That's his designated
And yeah,
job.
that's the filter section. Now we are basically done. There are just a few things left to cover. Glad you made it this far in the video. Alright. Now,
is where you find
there is the
your filters.
delete button.
This will change the entire project, so you might be confused. Well, why is there this
on the right side
filter button if there's already a filter button down here when you select this? Well,
hit that,
if you have like
the clip,
if
so
you want
can delete
to
all these clips.
make your entire clip one color, so like even if I were to split this, it would still be the same color filter throughout the whole thing. So yeah, that's that.
That's the delete button. Down here, there's also this theme section, and this is basically, I believe this just changes the background song throughout the video. So if you hit, like, for example, bright, you'll hear the bright music, yeah, just play around with that. Everything like background music, generic background music, yeah. There's also a few options here. So now you are done editing, and theme music, fade in from black, fade out to black, speed changes, pitch, and I'll show you what all of these are.
Watch it. You can watch
right
the
now,
whole thing before you save it.
Theme music,
or you can
I just showed you that.
save it right away.
Fade in from black.
You can save it to a variety of different places. Here they all are.
You start the video,
You can also airdrop it if anyone has airdrop
and
on.
when you end the video,
But I would recommend just hitting
fade
save
out.
video right away. And
From
save the video
black.
to your photo library, and you can upload it from there or send it to anyone you like.
Pretty scary.
Yeah.
Alright,
That's
there's also speed changes pitch.
Of
This
course,
is already
make sure
on
that
automatically,
it's
but I
saved to your photo library.
don't
But
really
once
like it.
is,
When
feel
you
free
change
go ahead and
the
delete
speed, it'll
your
be
precious
really high
project,
pitch.
because you don't want that project
And you
taking
can
up
also turn
space
it down,
in
it'll
both
be
the
really-
photo library and iMovie. Just go ahead and delete it. And
It'll
boom.
be really low pitched as well, but you can't even hear it all because it's so slow. But yeah, it'll be really high pitched, and as a comparison, without it, that's what it sounds like with not speed changes pitch. So yeah, that is basically everything.